Okay, you're live
Oh,
on
hi,
Facebook.
all of you friends on Facebook. It's not Alan's fault. It was some technical thing. We live in the mountains. Stuff happens. Hi. We haven't done much. I was encouraging my friends on Instagram to drink tequila with me. So that's all you really miss. So pick up your tequila. I hope you all stayed with me. And by the way, I hope my cousin Betty's watching today because it was her 98th birthday on Sunday, and Alan and I were able to. This is what's great about social media. We were able to call her on FaceTime, and her daughter, answered, and she couldn't believe that she could see us on the phone, and we were able to sing happy birthday to her, and it was just so heartwarming and touching. So hello, everybody. Today's a supplement show. I love talking about supplements because I think that to survive and thrive in today's world, we gotta add a little stuff. They've messed with our food, they've messed with our soil, they've messed with the air, they've messed with what we put on our skin and the what we clean our houses with, and we're suffering the consequences, and you know it. And so my goal with all of us is to get your hormones right, and to get your nutrients and minerals right, and to replace everything that you are missing due to the environment, due to aging, and just not being in perfect health. If I could leave this planet having affected so many people's health in a positive way, I will have fulfilled my purpose. I really do feel that. But I need at least 20 more years, okay? All right, so Caroline is on the phone. Say hello to our Facebook girls and guys.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry for the delay.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
And Caroline was here all day Friday. That's why we didn't have a Facebook show Friday or Instagram show, and we had it Saturday instead. So I hope you were all able to do that. We had a wonderful date, by the way. And she did an amazing job. And you know why? It's because the Gut Renew, let me grab a bag here. This Gut Renew is such a hit. We can't keep it in stock. I told you we recently ordered 72 tons. We're starting to run out of that. Can you imagine? And the show that I did today, you can look it up, called The Daily Blast. The guy, one of the hosts, he's going to do the 30-day Gut Renew Challenge. And wow, is it a success. It's just so incredible. So we've got the Gut Renew. We've got the immune support, which I think is so important right now to put in. When I make my smoothie, I put 2 spoons of the Gut Renew per Alan and I. So that's 4 spoons. And then I put a spoon of immune support for me and a spoon for Alan. And the spoons, the scoops come in the bag. The other thing we have here today, in case you want to get a great gift for someone, thinking about a gift, you don't know what to give someone, it suddenly dawned on me when I go to people's houses for dinner, not a bottle of wine, not even a bag of my supplements. I'm starting to bring signed Thigh Masters. You can't imagine how that goes over. I can't sign your Thigh Masters for you, but it will be a big hit if you bring it as a party gift. Okay, what are you going to do, Al?
Okay, here is the deal today. Okay, 25% off all the supplements, and the code is Probiotic 25. Okay, 25% off all supplements today. Great deal, great supplements. These are
very exciting day that the probiotic is back.
Probiotic. Being that it's back, we had trouble fulfilling our order for our company. This is our proprietary supplement because of the pandemic and the slowdown of being able to get product, and like we're finding that with building our new house. Can't get lumber, can't get workers. It's just all kind of a mess right now. But we finally got our probiotic. I want to tell you why this is, I think, the most fantastic probiotic out there. This is called, I hope you can see it, dual encapsulation. Do you see how it looks like there's 2 in 1 there? On purpose. Okay, so when you take your first of all, you want a probiotic because it's all about keeping your microbiome in balance. And how does the microbiome get out of balance? Well, chemicals, the environment, antibiotics. Remember, anti takes away, pro puts back. So go back over the years in your life, how many antibiotics have you taken, and how many times has a doctor ever said to you, if you're going to take the antibiotic, please take a probiotic? No, they're not going to say that, and I'm not going to give you advice, but I'm going to say for myself, if I have to take an antibiotic, and when I had my surgery this year, I had to take antibiotics, I would never take an antibiotic without taking a probiotic. Anti takes away, pro puts back. But I was already in great shape because I've been taking a probiotic every day for the last 20 years, and I so believe in it. So, dual encapsulation, why do you care? All right, so there's a journey that each supplement, each bite of food you take is going to take. It's going to go down through the esophagus, pass through the gastric sphincter. Are you impressed? Chrissy Snow, right? I know this stuff. The gastric sphincter, do you ever feel like things are stuck right here? The gastric sphincter is right here, but it gets clogged up too, and it's important that you are able to get this pill down, which you can with this, because it doesn't dissolve up here. It goes down through your gastric sphincter. Then it takes a left-hand turn. This is what all your food has to do too, because the stomach is under this breast. It's not here, it's under this breast. So it takes this left-hand turn, gets into the stomach, which is kind of this like not so big thing over here under your breast. And as we age, guess what we don't make? Hydrochloric acid, or we don't make enough of. So you can go online and get HCl, hydrochloric acid with pepsin, because without hydrochloric acid, you're not going to be able to digest your food. But when we're young and healthy, we're making plenty of hydrochloric acid, so we never think about it. And then all of a sudden, why do you get that reflux, and why do you get that discomfort and that heavy feeling up here, and something's not right and you don't know what it is? Okay, I'm going to get you there. So the dual encapsulation allows for the hydrochloric acid to release here, but not too soon. And the reason you don't want it too soon is the hydrochloric acid that's in your stomach, you're still making a little bit of it, dissolves the good stuff, and then when it makes a right-hand turn into your intestines, I know it's complicated, left into the stomach, right into the intestines. Now we're in the intestines. Now this is where you want the hydrochloric acid to do its work, in your intestines, which everybody really thinks is their stomach, but it's actually not your stomach. Does it make sense? I know. I don't know why. I
think, correct me if I'm wrong, Suzanne, I think you meant the probiotic you want to get into your intestines.
That's what I want the probiotic to get in. I'm so sorry. Yes.
That's okay. I got you.
Yeah. I was talking about two supplements. If you've got a lot of reflux, you probably want the hydrochloric acid supplementation. But if you're making enough hydrochloric acid already, I know I'm getting complex today, but you want the probiotic to survive the stomach and into the intestines. Thank you for correcting me. This is the most incredible probiotic that I've ever encountered, because it does the job in a way that no other. So many times you take a probiotic and then it gets dissolved in the stomach from the acid and can't do you the good in the intestines. And in the intestines, really, when you say I have a stomach ache, probably what you have is an intestines ache. And it's surprising to me how few physicians understand the intestines. As we get older, the intestines just wear out, another worn out part. And then all this stuff that gets clogged up in here can't work its way through your intestines, and the intestines itself lose their motility, and so they twist around like a hose that's got kinks in it, and now nothing can get through. So I've got 3 things to help you with your gut. You take your probiotic, okay? We also have the prebiotic lozenges, which taste great. Alan always says, where's my candy? The prebiotic is food for the probiotic. Does that make sense? Meaning that the prebiotic makes the probiotic work better. And then, if you still got bloating, gas, indigestion, all that stuff, that's when you want to start having a smoothie every morning, which tastes great. This is not like your smoothie powder of yesteryear, where it tastes like chalk and it's awful and everything. We have so many, I don't have the guide here, but we have so many recipes. If you get the Gut Renew guide, or you can make up your own. But say, for instance, you buy frozen organic fruit. Please get organic, because then it's not sprayed with stuff and you're not adding to the problem. Organic mangoes, peaches, strawberries, raspberries, frozen. That's your ice. You put that about this far into your blender, okay? Not quite halfway. Then you pour over it to cover coconut milk. It's great. It's got medium chain triglycerides, all good for you. Then you add 2 spoons per person, and for Alan and I add 4 spoons. And then I throw in some yogurt. This is my recipe. You don't have to do this. And then, because I was trying to gain weight, but now, Caroline, I put on enough weight. I've got to stop gaining weight. I put a little cream in up till now, but now
it was fun while it lasted.
It was fun while it lasted, but now I was at 128. I bet I'm at 130 now, and I've got a little bit of a belly again. So I'm going to take the Gut Renew Challenge in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to do it for 30 days. And I'm going to do that when the season closes here in Palm Springs and people stop asking us out, so that I don't need to have a tequila every night. But for 1 month, I'm going to not have what? What are you doing?
By the way.
Yeah?
By the way.
Yeah.
I have to tell you
What?
something.
What?
That, first of all, I heard from Blake Wickstrom Gronke,
Yeah.
who said, a little bird landed on your chandelier. Fruit.
Oh.
Now, that little bird is the mother or the father of the nest that's in that chandelier.
There are babies in that
nest.
nest.
Has been in that chandelier for probably 40
We've never
years.
touched it.
We never touched it.
Oh, that's so
And every year
sweet.
we have at least one family born there.
And did you see
This
she
year-
turned around to watch what we're doing here? The mother's watching us like...
No, as a matter of fact,
Is that the father?
The bird is upstaging you.
Yeah, they've been coming and going. There is a party happening over your head.
Oh yeah.
I'm paraphrasing and it's not exact, but I love quotes. And Frank Lloyd Wright said, "Nature is the only face of God you will ever see. What is more beautiful than a mother bird sitting on her babies?" If she's sitting high now, I've watched this so many times over the years. When they sit high, that means the babies are growing, and pretty soon she'll back to the side. The father's coming and going, relieving the mother so she can go off and do what she does.
No, that's amazing. The father comes, I think he sits on the eggs too.
Yeah. And then one day, mom and dad are gone. They're just gone. And Alan and I have watched it so many times, we're thinking, oh, poor little things. But then the little babies start looking up, and then they get to the side of the nest, just like us parents. Our job is to just guide them and hope that we've done a good enough job so that when the time comes for them to leave the nest, that they can do it on their own. We're always going to be there to catch them if we have to catch them, like this mother here. It's such a beautiful thing. These are our teachers. These are our teachers. Nature is everything. All right. So stop upstaging me. I taught you too much about the probiotic and the hydrochloric acid and all that. Here's what I'm saying. If you got gut issues, first thing you might want to try is probiotic and prebiotic. Remember, prebiotic makes the probiotic work better. This probiotic works better than any probiotic I have ever tried personally. I am really proud of this because of the dual encapsulation, so that it doesn't dissolve in your stomach, that it makes its way to the intestines and does the work it's supposed to do. Because what you want in your intestines is balance of bad guys and good guys. You don't want all bad guys. That's when you're bloated and constipated and you feel terrible. You don't want all good guys, because now the ratio's off. Okay, so that's step one.
And also, before you move on, Suzanne, the other thing about your probiotic that I think separates it from the others on the market is that she has so many different strains of probiotics in there, and she has something called bacteriophages.
She's right.
That they're like the soldiers that kill the bad guys.
Yep.
And then she has the other bacteria which go in as the good guys. It's got like the soldiers to fight the enemy, and then repopulate with the good guys.
Perfect
you can read the
description.
comments. People are talking about how they've had amazing success with your probiotic.
Okay, well, as a matter of fact, here's one. This is
What do you want to
amazing,
say, Al?
And we do not make medical claims at all, okay? This is from Rhonda Lee Hartman. Quote, "I suffered with IBS for 10 years. Ever since I started probiotics, I have not had one episode. I have been on them for 8 years now. I swear by
Wow.
them."
What is her name?
Her name is Rhonda Lee
Rhonda,
Hartman.
I am
And
so
again,
happy
we don't
for
make
you.
medical claims
No,
here at all.
no, but
We're
she's
so
had
glad
this.
that you found
Me
this,
too.
Rhonda,
Me
really.
too. I like to think we're a little island over here, and we're the ones over here going, I get what's going on with your gut. I get. And doctors, God bless them. They spend so much time going to medical school, but the doctors that I work with went back to school after completing all those years of medical school because they realized there were limitations with allopathic medicine. And the doctors that I work with are integrative, giving you the best of both. Is that the bird out there again? Is he? I hear the bird behind me.
Yeah, they're coming and going.
Oh my gosh! But do you mind if I just look for a minute? Oh no, that's off. That sound I'm hearing is a father over there yelling at his wife, like it's time for me to relieve you. Anyway, I love our life here in Natureland. Oh my! Speaking of Natureland,
Yeah.
our new house, the workers who are building our new house took a picture the other day. Remember pineapple balls? Remember? Well, there's a guy, bighorn sheep, at our new house that makes pineapple balls look like, like Chrissy Snow. This guy, we've now named him, I think Caroline named him, breadfruit balls.
It was the only thing I could think of that was bigger than a pineapple.
Breadfruit balls, and I'm not kidding. I'm now going to do an impression of balls, but this side is, I swear, I'm not exaggerating. Alan will show you a picture. This big, and right next to it is another one this big. I don't know how the guy walks.
And when he walks, you hear them
Ba-bum, ba-bum,
clanging.
ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Schopner.
Uh-huh.
I love this probiotic.
Oh.
It is the best.
Yeah. Thank you,
And its
Cammie.
companion, the prebiotic, makes this duo a perfect pair for your gut.
What
Thank
I
you
love
very
about
much,
you, Cammie, is that you get what I've been telling you is you're going to take the probiotic because you realize we need balance. The human body is about two things that I've learned, about balance and alignment. And if your balance is off, you're off. If your alignment is off, you're off. And I learned that when I broke my neck and spine. I'm so happy I'm back. I'm probably at 99% now. It's just a thrilling thing. And everybody's saying it's a miracle what happened to me. And I said, well, I've taken such good care of my body for so long. If there wasn't some payoff, it would be really terrible. So
I've
anyway.
taken good care of your body,
And
too.
yeah. Ho, ho, ho.
Everyone's saying that
Oh
crib.
my God. That one day that I was on Jillian Barbery's show, and she said, is this true that you and Alan have sex twice a day? And I went, well, today it was 3 times. It became this sort of running joke, and that I don't have sex 3 times a day. It was just that day. He woke up at 4 a.m. I don't even think I woke up for it. And then he woke up again at 8 o'clock because I had given him his shot the day before, his testosterone shot.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, there was like an hour later, he was like, I said, are you joking?
Look, you can't give me testosterone shots and then complain about, I don't know if you're complaining.
I wasn't
Okay,
complaining.
you're not
I just happened, because Jillian's Barbery is so cool, and I thought, it's fun, it makes for funny television. Well, this
Right.
follows me around. This show I did today, the Daily Blast, the host there said, so that means 21 times a month? And I'm sitting here going, no.
Yeah, he said,
And my poor
yeah.
kids, like Caroline and Bruce, are going, oh my God, my God.
I love what he said. He said, unless you're 21 and in Cancun, that ain't going to happen.
Look up that show, the Daily Blast. They're a fun group, and now the guy is doing the Gut Renew 30-day challenge. So I'll be back on in 30 days to see how he did. I hope he stays with
That's
us.
awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. So now,
Hey, now that you're having a supplement show, can I tell you again my story about going to the eye doctor for my annual checkup?
please do. I'll have a sip of tequila. Thank you.
Okay, so while you're having your sip of tequila, I went to have my normal checkup, which I do every year, so I can get my renewal for my contact. And I have like a special image done of the back of my eye, which costs a little bit more, but it's how they can check for eye health. And she said, I want you to look at this photograph compared to the one we took 2 years ago. And she said, you see you have the very beginnings of this little bump here, and she's like, and that can target. That's where your vision health is. So she said, we can't stop this, but we can slow the progression. And the way you slow the progression, and she gave me this chart, is that she said there are essential nutrients you need for your eye. So she shows me this chart, and it says 10 milligrams of lutein, 2 milligrams zeaxanthin, and then there was like vitamin C, vitamin E, and zinc. And I said, well, the company that I
president
work for,
of,
we sell an eye supplement. So I pulled it up. Went to SuzanneSummers.com and I pulled up Ocular Renew, and sure enough, it has this exact amount of nutrients in it. And I showed it to my optometrist, and I said, is this sufficient to help slow the progression of what you're seeing? And she said, yes, that's great.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard it from Caroline's experience. We have a supplement called Ocular Renew, and I take it at night. Bruce told me why to take it at night, and I don't know why that is, but Bruce made a compelling argument for taking it at night. So I believe everything Bruce tells.
Well, because it's something about it helps protect against the blue light. So there's something regenerative that happens while you sleep, while you're not looking at the blue light,
so
which we're all looking at all day.
Take your one Ocular Renew at night. I would suggest. Okay, so there's that. Last night, we had a disgusting day yesterday. We were disgusting, Alan.
Well, I thought it was a beautiful day.
I know.
We did the same thing, obviously, together.
I know. All right, you're right. I loved it. Here's what we did, Caroline, yesterday. From the time we woke up until the time we had to dress to go to this lovely dinner party we went to, we watched Breaking Bad.
I happen to know how hard you worked for all the days before. That was a recharge.
Thank you, but it was one episode after another, and you'd think we would put a pause and go to the kitchen, but no. I had a whole container of fresh chicken salad in our little refrigerator in our kitchenette, and some of these great gluten-free potato crackers. So we had that, and I had some Monterey Jack cheese. So I didn't need to go to the kitchen. So we just sort of ate chicken salad in bed and watched Breaking Bad all day. And when it was time for us to get dressed for our dinner party, we were both kind of bummed because what was going to happen next. So anyway,
okay, well, everyone wants to know where you went for your date on Saturday night.
Oh, well, there's a restaurant in town that is so romantic, and Alan doesn't want me to say where it is because why, Al?
Well, we went there on Saturday.
Yeah, right. Oh, it was such a wonderful date.
And they're going to be closing up shortly anyway. But we went there on Saturday, and because you had mentioned that you were going to your favorite restaurant or one of them, and
people in town knew what that was. Yeah,
when people come
never.
Over and talk to
I love
you,
when you come up to me.
If they want to take a picture,
I love it.
So,
I'm honored.
So we sat in the middle of the restaurant, and it was wonderful to meet all the people.
It wasn't my people coming up to me that was the issue. It was a table over there of people who had been having way too much to drink. They weren't my Facebook people.
No, they were loaded. They were loaded.
And there was. Have you ever been in a restaurant where it's a very elegant restaurant, and you saw we were all dressed up, and they're going, Suzanne, come over here and have a drink with us. Come on. And then the table grew over there. It was like 10 people. Suzanne, come over here. And a few of you, who my Facebook and Instagram people, came to the table. I love it. Gwen, if you're watching, Gwen came over, and she was very discreet, and she kind of leaned down. She said, I just want to tell you, I love your love. She was talking about Alan and I, and I thought, how beautiful. If our love, and it's true, this is true love, if it inspires people of the possibilities, how great. It's not phony. Caroline
was it her birthday? Because someone DM'd me, one of our friends DM'd me and said that they were at the restaurant where you were, and it was her birthday, and she got to say hello to you, and you were so lovely and gracious.
It probably was her birthday. She didn't say that to me, otherwise I would have sang
that's
happy
so nice.
birthday to her, but she was so lovely. I hope you're watching now, Gwen, and I appreciate you coming over, and you were so gentle and lovely and just what I hoped all my ladies are.
You know, but last week when we were there,
Yeah.
a woman came over who really loved you so much that she leaned down, because she was standing, she leaned down to hug you, and in doing so, she was wearing this very low-cut
Only you would
blouse.
notice, huh?
Well,
Huh.
I'm sitting on the
I
other
didn't
side
notice.
of the table. Well, you wouldn't have noticed.
No, I
Actually,
wouldn't have
you
noticed.
wouldn't see it
No.
because you
Nor
were
was they,
looking-
nor to even look for it.
No, but you
Well,
were
tell me,
looking
were they
straight
nice?
ahead,
Did you
okay?
like looking?
They were very nice.
Very
but I
nice.
thought at any moment, one of those could fall into the souffle. And then what?
Oh. Well, anyway, the
And it's
reason
a
we went,
chocolate souffle.
the reason we went out is to celebrate after living in this paradise of our home, which started out as a 2-bedroom home, and over the years, as our family grew, we kept adding buildings because it was a small house on a large property, and now we have at least 8 bedrooms, and if you count little off bedrooms here and there, maybe 10, and it's too much house for us, and we know we bought the new house. But last week, the sale of our house closed, which was momentarily bittersweet, but at the same time, we went out on our date and we toasted one another, and wow, we're going into a brand new chapter. We're only going to have 1 guest room, and it's sexy and glamorous and high ceilings, 1 level. This house has 100 stairs, and so that's why we're doing it here, so you can get a sense of. There's Big Al's bar, and then the kitchen, and you know what that is, and we've done in the dining room, and we've done in our bedroom, and this beautiful pool behind us, which is a 1920s dipping pool. No, it's not Olympic size, and when we bought this, I was young, I was in my 20s, and I thought, oh, we can like put a disco floor over the pool, because
the reason that we decided the reason that you suggested that is because from 77 until 80, we had to go to New York almost every week.
Oh,
And
that was fun.
Every night we'd go to Studio 54.
Imagine we were part of that era.
Yeah, if you
We
want
never
to-
smoked dope or anything. All the people that were doing, we just would go and dance and have
you-
fun. And
if-
Halston would be there, and Liza Minnelli, and what's Mick Jagger's? What, Bianca Jagger,
Well,
and
New Year's Eve we were there. Diana Ross
was hanging from the ceiling.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
What a
Can I interject with a quick question? I have so many people asking this. How do you take the pre and probiotic? Do you take them together, or does it not matter?
In a perfect world, you take your prebiotic, which tastes like a candy. It's a lozenge. It's great tasting, and chew it or dissolve it, and then take your probiotic after. Because now you got the food and you got the probiotic for the food. Oh, so the reason I told you about last night after binging on Breaking Bad all day, I don't even recommend it. It's like so dark at sometimes, but Bryan Cranston's one of the greatest actors alive. He is incredible.
So is Aaron Paul.
And everybody in
And
that
so is
show,
Anna
they've all morphed into their characters,
Yeah.
which I morphed into Chrissy Snow when I was her. When the moment we'd start rehearsing, I would become her, and I was her. Suzanne was over there, and I was her, because Chrissy Snow, you know, the eyes and the shoulders and the knock knees and all that. So you embody your character if you really got a great character that you've got all the juice for. But I look at these characters on Breaking Bad, and wow, that's heavy and dark to take home every night. That's hard. I remember when I played an alcoholic in a movie, probably the greatest, for me personally, dramatic performance of my career. But I would come home to the hotel room at night after being this awful drunk all day, and I could hardly live with myself. But I had to stay in that mode so that I could bounce back in tomorrow. But anyway, so the reason that I told you about that is then we went to a dinner party last night. Maybe the best dinner party I've been to all year, maybe ever. It was so great, and the people there were so great, and one of the men there who was sitting next to me was former a national security advisor for our country, and like some really interesting people. And then George with the wine, and we had such a good time. And, you know, I sit there and I listen to everybody, and I said, can I tell you all about something? Remember when I did that? I wrote a book this year, and what amazes me about the books that I write is that I don't quite know where I'm going when I start. I use my louder voice to get to the best and brightest minds, and I wanted to do the book, A New Way to Age. I highly recommend you get that book. I really am I'm proud of all my books, but this is the most up-to-date everything. And I said, and I didn't know when I wrote this book that I was going to be educated from doctor to doctor to doctor to scientist to professional about cellular health. I never knew about it, never cared about it, didn't know anything about it. And I talk to you all the times about what you and I are approximately 70 trillion cells. They all talk to one another. It's like a communication system. All the cells are talking to one another. All the hormones talk to one another. That's why if aging is about worn out parts and you're declining, if the hormones start talking to one another, the language stops in the body. The body goes, wait, you didn't finish your sentence. So I said, I want to tell you about two things that I'd never heard of before I wrote this book that I think you all would really benefit from knowing. One is senolytics. And we manufacture senolytics, and that's not why I was telling them last night. You take 2 of these capsules. We do it ours on Friday. Pick whatever day you want, but every Friday I know I give him 2, I give me 2, and I leave them in the little plastic thing so he knows these are the ones. So if the body is about cellular health and you're 70 trillion cells, and that's what makes you who you are. As we age, our cells start to malfunction. How do they malfunction? And I've got another supplement here, arlipoic acid. I'm going to tell you about that. That supports cellular structure. I find cellular health so important now, and I never would have before writing this book. And so senolytics is when your cells malfunction, they collapse, okay?
They die, right?
They die, okay. Good health is having more functioning cells than malfunctioning cells. But what happens to a lot of people who aren't in good health is you have more malfunctioning cells than functioning cells. That makes sense? Okay. So when a cell malfunctions, you know why they malfunction? From free radicals. Free radicals are the bad guys. Remember, antioxidants are the good guys. In Suzanne speak, antioxidants eat free radicals. Okay. So now the reason you have free radicals is because you've been eating food, processed food, fast food, omega-6, unhealthy oils, all these fake oils that they make up create a membrane around each cell that is like plastic, as opposed to the omega-3 essential fatty acids that I have in my supplement line and other people do, which creates a membrane that is pliable, allowing air and water to flow through, oxygen and hydration. Okay, so, but if you're not eating perfectly and you're eating processed food and you're eating super processed food like fake meat and things like that, these cells are going to start collapsing. And at some point, there's not enough antioxidants to revive that. This is dead. This is gone. So what happens to this? Now it's gone, right? It's debris, isn't it? It's like you spill a bunch of crap on your kitchen floor while you're making dinner and you don't sweep it up. Senolytics, Suzanne speak, is the broom, okay? Senolytics clears out cellular debris like a broom. Imagine it's just coming in, it's going to get rid of all that crap, and then it's going to get into your intestines and you'll poop it out. Pretty interesting, isn't it? 2 a week. This is not, I don't know what it costs, but it's not expensive. 2 of these a week will do that. The second supplement.
Plus you get 25% off.
Oh, and 25% off. The second supplement that I told this dinner party group about, interesting people, is NAD, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. But
Make sure you say that 5 times.
Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. You don't need to know that. N, capital A, capital D. cleans up and...
And this is not one that we sell, in case you're looking for it.
Oh, I thought we did. All right. Well, anyway, get it from Life Extension. And maybe we should add this because I talk about it so much. I'm making some money for Life Extension. That's fine. They're so great to me.
Yeah, no, we can't sell it. We tried.
Oh, okay. All right. That does is...
It's like a brand name that we're not allowed to sell.
Oh, damn. All right.
You already asked.
All right. Yeah, that's right. Now I remember. Well, anyway, it repairs DNA breaks. I think senolytics is the most exciting thing. You've got collapsed cells, you've got a bunch of debris, you've got a lot of crap on your kitchen floor. This guy comes in and sweeps it all up into your intestines so it goes down and you poop it out. How great is that? I think it's like, I don't know what. Is it like $8 a week? I'm not sure.
I think it's like $34 and it's a 12-week supply.
Okay, so
but
it's great.
25% off today. The promo code is Probiotic 25.
Okay.
25% off all supplements.
Okay, so we talked about the dual encapsulation probiotic. We talked about the prebiotic. We talked about joint ease, but I don't know if the Facebook people were on. Tell them why you like joint ease so much, Caroline.
Well, joint ease helps with if you have occasional aches in your joints, or if your joints feel a little stiff sometimes. This is an herbal formula that, I mean, for me, I just really notice if I don't take it. My hands sometimes get a little stiff. Sometimes I'll get a little stiffness in my hip, and I'll think, why is my hip hurting? And then I'll realize, oh my gosh, I'm out of my joint ease.
Yeah.
So we've been out of stock on this for a few months, so we're just getting back in stock on it. And I was just saying, my hip is a little achy, and so I'm super happy that it's back in stock now. And it's just one of those ones that sometimes I'm selective about the supplements I take. I think Susanna's really good about her supplements. Bruce is really good. He takes his whole bag every single day.
Me too.
I take some. Like if I'm really tired, I just kind of take, I always take my hair, skin, and nail renew. I always take my vitamin D. There are certain ones that I won't miss, and my joint ease is one of them because my joints feel a little achy if I don't take it.
I take it. This has helped me repair after my accident, helped me repair so much. So joint ease, probiotic, senolytics, and then now our lipoic acid. Our lipoic acid is a sophisticated supplement. And it's better than, there's something called alpha lipoic acid, which is not as good as our lipoic acid. And let me just read you about our lipoic acid. Energy, antioxidant, enhances antioxidant. Remember, antioxidant eats the bad guys. Supports healthy blood glucose, that's important. And achieves higher peak blood levels in the R lipoic form than the alpha form. I know it gets complex, but I'm just, you know what I think? My opinion, this is the best form, okay? And the reason that you want to add this, because it's complex, it helps cell damage, sugar damage, detoxifies free radicals, huge role in mitochondria and your energy level, protects from sugar glycation, longevity, antioxidant. Simply in a sentence, lipoic acid is unique and powerful antioxidant, remember they eat the bad guys, protecting all compartments of a cell, including the energy center, the mitochondria, to promote anti-aging and longevity. There's a lot of complex explanations, but it's one of those ones that if you didn't know it existed, you wouldn't know it existed, but it's really important for you. Okay, what else have we got here? Nasal renew.
Okay.
You want to come over here, Al?
I can speak to
Nasal renew. He can't live without it.
Okay.
And here with the pollen in the air right now, I can't live without it. Alan, tell them how many times you take this a day.
Okay, Johnny.
Okay.
So I've had this nasal thing for years now. And
you have such a cute nose.
it used to be bigger, but since my
Your
face got
grew,
bigger,
so your
the nose got smaller.
Your nose is I never thought you had a big nose.
No,
oh, by
I
the
didn't
way,
either, yeah.
I love.
Yeah.
From the moment I saw your face, I loved your face. I
Wow.
loved you mentioned your nose, and I think, what? It's
Okay.
nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, my nose was always running.
Yes.
And I was always blowing my nose.
Yes.
And I was carrying a handkerchief.
Yes.
And I remember one day, I can't remember, but handkerchiefs came up, and Caroline said to me, "Oh, old people carry handkerchiefs." That's
no,
me.
I said it reminds me of my dad.
Oh.
My dad always had handkerchiefs, and I just
Okay.
thought it's really
Yeah.
sweet that you guys
Well,
have
But
I had
actually,
a-
older men have cloth handkerchiefs, where young men use Kleenex.
But even when I was a little kid, I always carried a handkerchief.
Did you? Well, that's
Always.
your era.
Okay.
You're from that era. Okay.
It
So-
was the 1930s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay.
But what happens
So
when you
what's
sneeze? What do you do when you sneeze?
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was people go like that.
Okay.
And I think,
but
keep
here
that
we are.
arm away from me.
We're entering this, the pollen season here.
Yeah.
And what's the first thing you do? Leave this every morning.
Okay.
Supplement wise.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, I take 3 nasal renew.
Because he's got a
'Cause
problem.
I blow my nose, and a minute later I have to blow my nose again.
And I can even hear
And
it
then
now. You're ready to take
and
the
then-
next ones
And a
now.
minute later I have to blow my nose again. I take 3 nasal renew, and I don't know how long it is, but it seems to happen fairly quickly. Suddenly, I don't
It all
have
stops.
to blow my nose, and my nose stops
And
running.
I don't, I ache for you when you have to blow your nose. So
Yeah.
now here, let me give you we got the microbiome in our GI tract, the good guys, the bad guys. You know what? We also have a microbiome in our sinus cavity. And that's what's going on with him. As he's aged, his sinus cavity is out of balance. The nasal renew is the probiotic for his sinus cavity. And when you're in pollen, it has the effects of calming everything down and creating balance. Remember I said the body's about balance and alignment, and this is about balance.
Okay, well,
Okay.
that's it then.
I also want to say, to me, it's super gentlemanly when men have handkerchiefs. It's not an old person thing.
You know
I
what?
find it
She's
very
right.
gentlemanly
It is.
when someone pulls out a handkerchief and
Yeah.
offers you. I mean, if it's clean. I think it's really sweet. So I love that you have hankies.
You know what? I agree with you, Caroline. It is elegant. It is elegant.
You know,
But then you've got a snotty handkerchief in your pocket, but that's all right.
No, it's not. You know what? I change my handkerchief at least once a day.
Oh, you do?
Sometimes twice a day.
Oh.
Yeah, I have.
Oh,
I'd
because
say
you have a
I've
lot of
got-
them.
I've
That's what
probably-
when you want to get Alan something for a birthday or something, you
No, I
either
don't
get
need any more handkerchiefs.
handkerchiefs or underpants, but
I
they've
was-
got to be purple
I was
bikinis
amazed I could buy Irish linen handkerchiefs for like
from a people.
$10 for 6 of them. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Well, and then what is this one here? Oh, multivitamin. That kind
Cover
of
your bases, ma'am.
cover
That's just
your
like-
bases with the multivitamin. I wouldn't bring you a multivitamin that I didn't think was spectacular. There's so many supplements. I only have so much time in this hour, and this hour is almost up, to explain supplement by supplement, and they're complex, so that I can't lay too much on you, because it's like, there she goes again. So I hope this gave you an inkling into the power of supplementation and the power of keeping yourself in balance. One of the things that I'm really proud of with this whole thing we're going through globally, with all that's going on, we created this immune support powder, which you put a spoon into a glass of water, or you put a spoon of this into your Gut Renew smoothie, and it's vitamin C and zinc, but like mega doses of it. We're just trying to keep ourselves healthy, and at a time when the earth, the planet, is not so healthy. But we can do it, can't we? I'm healthy. My immune system fought this whole thing all this year. I'm loving my life and living and surviving, and so is Alan. And my kids, Caroline, Bruce, their kids, everybody in my family takes good care of themselves, and it makes me so happy.
Okay, so I have a note here from Barbara. Barbara, I'm not going to mention your next 2 names, because maybe what I'm about to say might be sensitive to somebody, okay? So Barbara says, look what I found. First time watching and loving you guys. Pissed at my boyfriend right now.
Why?
Walking him out.
Why?
And loving your chatter so much.
Oh, Barbara.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, Barbara.
I don't know.
Thank you.
You've
Thanks.
been there, Barbara.
Thank you. Any more?
Well, fun show tonight, guys. I think we're not doing a show on Wednesday. You guys have something, so I think we're back on Friday at 5.
All right. So only 2 shows next week. So we see you Monday, and we'll see you Friday next week. I love being with you tonight. Sorry Facebook took a while to get up and running, but that's life, huh? All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming.